Hello everyone, welcome to this course on full stack web development using Next.js. This is a new channel I have created in order to teach you software development best practices, latest frameworks and complex libraries. This is going to be a complete playlist of learning Next.js and its internals. In this series, we will cover not only the hands-on development but also interview-based questions that will help you to be job ready. If you are new to this channel and like what I do, then please subscribe to my channel. Also, at the end of this video, there is a special giveaway for my first 1000 subscribers. So make sure that you watch this video till the end. We will learn everything that Next.js has to offer for its full stack web development framework, starting by creating a first Next.js project and learning about the folder structure of this framework. We will then move on to the next topic, which is life cycles, followed by client and server side rendering, route handlers, data fetching, server actions, advanced routing and nested layouts, middlewares, and lot more. Don't worry, there will be a detailed video on each topic. Also, we will be creating hands-on projects time to time in order to learn everything by visualizing it. So this course presumes that you have basic knowledge of React.js development and you have installed Node.js on your system. If not, you can go to nodejs.org and download the latest version of Node.js which is stable for your particular system. Now going back to my code editor, I'll go to my folder. I've added a folder to my workspace. This is my workspace file, so you can ignore this. Going to my folder, I have opened this folder in my terminal. I'll close the previous one. I was doing this just in order to show you how you can open terminal in your Visual Studio Code by simply right-clicking the folder in which you want to open the terminal and open in integrated terminal. So once you have done this, let's go back to nodejs.org official website. Now going back to our official website, we have this command npx space create -next-app @latest. So we need to copy this command. And now inside our Visual Studio Code terminal, simply paste this and click on enter. Now this command will ask you if you would like to proceed to the next step. So click on yes. It will now ask me for my project name. So I'll enter my project name, that is my app or my first app. Optionally, you can leave this blank and it will take the default name, that is my-app. I'll click on enter. It will now ask me if I would like to use TypeScript in my project. So for simplicity purpose, those of you who are not familiar to TypeScript, we will ignore this for now and we will start with the JavaScript based Next.js installation for this section of the course. So I'll select no for now and click on enter. It now asks me if I would like to use ESLint. ESLint helps us to identify problems and fix them in our code upfront by highlighting and warning us about those problems in the code. We will ignore this as well for now. So I'll select no and click on enter. Next step is to select option for Tailwind CSS in our project. So Tailwind is a CSS framework that provides us with built-in classes that we can use in our project and reduce our efforts for designing responsive and beautiful designs with ease. It also provides us with additional features such as themes, variables, and lot more. Since you are just starting out, so we don't need the complex CSS frameworks for now, we will ignore this as well. We will learn specifically about each and every step that we are skipping right now in the detailed video sections later in this playlist. Next step is to select an option, so we'll skip it by selecting no and click on enter. Also, it asks us if we would like to use src directory, so we'll select yes. So next option is to select app router, which is the recommended feature provided by Next.js. In case you do not select the app router based installation, it will select pages based routing as a fallback. If you go to nextjs.org and go to the installation section, you'll see that the documentation has two parts. First is using app router and second one is using pages router, and there is a big difference between the two approaches. We will look into it in the detailed video for this topic, and for now now let's select the yes option and move on to the next section. So I'll select yes and click on enter. It will ask me about the import aliases. So let's select yes for now. It will ask us what import aliases should look like. So we'll select the default option and click on enter. This will now install all the dependencies for this project. So now once this is done, let's go inside our project folder and start our project by running npm run dev command. So it gives me an error since I am not inside my first app folder, which is my project code, but I'm inside my YouTube folder. So I'll cd into the project first and then run the same command, which is npm run dev. And also before that, I'll clear my console so that you can view the command clearly. So I'll run npm run dev and click on enter. This will start my Next.js project. So my project is up and running and it is running on localhost 3000. So I'll open localhost 3000 in my web browser. So our project is now up and running and we will straightway go inside the src app page.js file and try to edit the default screen we see over here. So inside my project folder, I'll go to src app and page.js file, and over here you'll see a lot of HTML code. We will delete some sections and keep only a single section so that we can see clearly how our UI is rendered. So I'll go back to some sections and I'll delete some of it. Make sure that the brackets are getting closed properly. So it seems fine. I'll save the code. So the code is now compiled again, and on our web browser you can see that we have only a single section that we have not deleted, otherwise rest of the things are deleted completely. So we'll start by learning what this page.js means and what this layout.js means. So we'll go to the official documentation of Next.js. So on the official Next.js website, you can see under app routing conventions, the following file conventions are used to define routes and handle metadata in app router. Since we have used app router, this is the file convention that we are following. So starting with layout.js file, layout.js is a wrapper of all your routes and all the nested routes that we'll be following inside a folder. Also, the root layout as specified is the topmost layout in the root app directory, the one that we saw right now, and it is used to define HTML and body tags and other globally shared UI. So we'll quickly go back to our Visual Studio Code editor and see how layout.js is formatting our code. So here, as you can see, layout.js has HTML and body tags just as specified on the official website. Also, it has metadata such as the web page title and description that will appear in the search engine results. It also includes the font of our website as well as a global CSS file. If you go to the CSS file, you can see that there's a bunch of code written for the CSS of this website, the one background that you see for black color and rest of the things. So this is all included in layout.js file. Also, this is the topmost root layout of our project. Similarly, page.js is our first page or home page of the application that is rendered inside the layout. In order to show you how this works and how the layout wraps around the pages and all the nested routes of this application, I will add an h1 tag inside the body under layout. In order to show you without touching the page.js file, I can add an element over here in the body as well, which will be shown inside the page.js file as well. So if I add an h1 with a style of white color and add my name, now saving this and going back to our web browser, you can see that my name appears at the top of this document without even touching the page.js file. So this is how the layout wraps around the page.js file. Now package.json consists of all the dependencies that we need for our project as well as the scripts that we need to start, build or perform any other actions for this project. So by default, you can see that we have bare minimum dependencies for React, React DOM and Next.js that are needed to create this application and start it. Next.config.mjs. This file allows us to configure our Next.js application. Also, it gets used by the Next.js server and build phases only and not included in the browser build. We will learn in detail what this means. You will not be able to understand it unless and until we build a project specific to next.config.mjs file. Several options provided by next.config file are course origin, dev indicators and other options you can see over here, base path, ESLint and lot more features provided by it. For example, I can show you course origin by providing cross origin support, and you can see that how it provides the support for allowing anonymous requests to access the resources from the backend. Public folder consists of all the publicly accessible resources in our project. src/app is a better project structure according to me. We could have also selected no for src folder and the app folder would be here at the top or the root. So this is it for the basic introduction of how to create our first Next.js project, how to start it, and how to manipulate the first initial page that we see in the application. In the next video, we will dive deeper inside the client and server-side rendering of Next.js and how it helps us in creating modular applications with high SEO support, as well as giving us flexibility to use backend code as well as front-end code in a single application. Hi everyone, so as promised I will be giving away my React, Next.js and OpenAI course on Udemy to my first 1000 subscribers for free. All you have to do is subscribe to my channel and send me the screenshot on my email ID in the description along with your name. So don't forget to subscribe this channel and do share and like this video. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.